It actually is
No.
global, so they might have it in the UK. I'm not sure. Yeah, Fuddruckers is the best burger there is. It's god tier. And just with that note, looks like we're beginning the game.
We're in.
They're like, all right, Fuddruckers,
Finally.
that's what we're gonna end on. Let's do it.
Oh, I'm okay with that. I mean, right now this matchup is looking, again, we've mentioned it, but Abed on the mid. Don't be confused. That is not the real oh my god, do I even speak English?
English!
S? Help me out. What's the letter I'm looking for here? K? Is that it?
Are you having a stroke? All I know is it's Faker. I don't know what team he's on.
Oh,
is it SK?
I know what team he's on because I've been spending a lot of time with Monte Cristo, because he was helping us develop as casters when we were in Colorado for 6 weeks. But you wouldn't think from the way I've been casting today.
Yeah, you might need to work on your English a little bit. I know it's the second language for you because British is first, but
yes, of course.
In that country of Europe that you're in.
Oh, please stop.
I'm just trying to be a typical American right now, okay?
I had a lot of Americans while I was over there try and tell me I was from Australia or South Africa.
They were trying to tell you or asking if you were from there?
They were asking, and they were like, "Oh, bet you're from South Africa."
I see.
And I'm like, "Well, not quite. A little bit off the mark. Okay, how about Australia?" No, again, wrong.
You know that. All right, after I say this, we're going to start casting for real again. But Australian is the hardest accent for me to do for some reason.
Yeah?
I don't know why.
You can't just say that and not do it.
No, I literally can't.
Oh, here you go.
Like, all right, we're going to pause this game just to investigate your accent, yeah? No, I can't.
Was that it? Surely
No,
not.
that was not it, no. Put the shrimp on the
thank
bottom.
God.
Oh,
I
my
was
God,
gonna
it turned
say
to
that was
Irish.
awful.
All right, that was my attempt, and it was Irish.
No, it was, wasn't it?
So I used to work for GoDaddy as tech support, and we had a lot of Australian people. And for like an hour after work every day, I could do Australian accent. But then after that hour, I could not do it anymore. It's really weird.
Yeah, one of the, I mean, we've got to stop talking about anecdotes. I've got an excellent anecdote about this, but I'm going to stop. I'm not going to say it. We're going to cast.
Sure.
Let's take this seriously. This could potentially be the last game of the series here between these two powerhouses of the teams. Immortals currently sitting with the lead in this series. They've got the first game under their belts, but currently sitting at a bit of a disadvantage in this early game so far. In fact, Dubu is waiting patiently as the Spirit Breaker going for that rune. Boba is there. Dubu ready and waiting for the time being. A lot of damage onto Faker, onto Abed, I should say. God damn it! I wish he'd change his name.
It's all right.
So desperately.
He's just being a cool guy, playing with a League of Legends name.
It's all good. Are you okay? You sound like
God.
you're throwing up.
I actually did throw up a little bit.
Jesus.
Just regurgitation. My stomach is letting me know that I'm quite hungry indeed. I don't have a mute button. Fuck me. Cast the game, Brad, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ.
God, you're making me laugh.
Stop laughing at me.
Top lane, QO, he's moving in. Oh boy, he dodges the stun. Dubu's there as well. They're really forcing them back, but I mean, goodness me, MSS, he's got the black hole ready and waiting, but not enough mana, but he does have the soul ring, so that's what they need to be careful of for the time being. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Rev, it's going to be, he's actually having a bit of a difficult time against this Razor. You know, the static link is causing all sorts of problems for his farming capabilities, but all good so far.
Yeah.
You okay? Have you recovered?
I'm good. MP pops his DK form. Not really able to get much damage onto the tower, though. And he might actually be getting ganked. There was a smoke. Looks like they're transitioning towards top lane, though. They really want to get this this QO Monkey King.
Boy. Well, they are close to it. I mean, they do have the black hole. Remember that.
Yeah.
It's still
And,
available.
of course,
At this point in the game...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, at this point in the game, it's okay to use that black hole on just a single target, especially if you're going to be disrupting the farm of QO, you know, their position 1. It's a pretty solid investment.
Yeah, I don't think there's any problem with that whatsoever. I mean, there's also the factor of having, he doesn't have it yet, I don't think, but Midnight Pulse, Very easy way to stun Monkey King for 4 seconds when he's up in a tree. Bulba doesn't look like they're going to pursue any. Oh, wait a second.
3 stacks. Charge coming in from Dubu. Does get it off, but the Centaur stuns him up. He's down. Frost Blast as well. That'll be a kill.
I'd have to rewatch that to see what his vision is like, because that looked like just a literal suicide. Right?
Well, yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. It really did. That was a questionable decision to charge in there, but meanwhile bottom, I mean, Furrow's still having a whale of a time. I don't know why I keep saying meanwhile bottom like I'm expecting Furrow to magically die as a bristleback, but Mason, however, that's definitely a kill we can talk about, because already that's going to be the Jingu stacked up onto QO to charge by Dubu. A lot of damage being laid into him right now. So weak. He heals up momentarily because of the one, but the return! The stun by Bulba. My goodness, finding it off the back of that one now. Dubu has to hightail his way out of there, and he will get away with it for the time being. Bulba does not have enough mana to try and stun it up, but meanwhile, Forev is happy to just run down Moomiander and pick up that kill.
And Dubu just casually stuns Abed on the way to the top lane, but yeah. Just trades left and right. The Monkey King overextended, really wanted that kill. Actually, there was definitely an opportunity to get that kill, but wasn't sure. I'm not sure what the decision-making was, but he ended up using Boundless Strike on the second charge instead of just waiting
Dubu's
for...
dead.
Oh, speaking of him.
He's gone. I mean, you were speaking about him. I was watching him, and I don't know what the heck he was doing. He was just getting ran down by those Eidolons, and there's enough damage there. I mean, obviously, the Blightstone plays a big part of that on the side of MSS.
But yeah, to finish my thought, because it's very important since I am the analyst in this cast.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. You do you.
I felt like he could have waited for the charge to come in and then actually get the Boundless Strike once those 4 stacks were up. So, and that would have 100% gotten the kill. But instead, he ended up diving the tier 1 tower, overextended, and Bulba came in for the support kill. All right, I'm done.
Can you remember how nuts Monkey King was when he was released?
No, I can't remember that. That was only like 3 months ago.
Oh, God, that was mental. I remember it fondly. I spammed that guy to the bitter end. That stack as well is gone. I'm really farming that up. And
yeah, but the crazy thing is Monkey King wasn't that good as a position 1, right? He was mostly played as a 4, at least professionally. So we're going to have some action here.
Yeah, we do indeed. Team fight kicking off. The charge comes out for the backline, but a great Dream Coil is going to be laid down. Stuns him up. Overwhelming damage. MP is gone. He's destroyed. But meanwhile, we see them already picking up the rest of these kills. Traded out. Moomiander will end up falling down to Forev. Desperately trying to heal himself up. He is quite weak for the time being, but he realizes, you know, he can't actually teamfight against him. Everyone weak on the side of DC. Bulba and MSS forced to back off, but what is that?
Oh.
A triple kill for Abed. He runs into the back. The Boundless Strike, though, is going to be doing enough damage. He should be falling here as he does not have any abilities to escape it. So the trade is done, but at what cost, Suns fan? At what cost?
Well, bottom lane, it looks like we have a charge onto Mason. Kyo still has those charges of Jingu ready to go.
A lot of damage laid down. Mason is so close. One more hit will do it. Nice little double kill.
Yeah, and you're going to see the big difference here when Dubu hits 6. He is level 3 right now, 11 minutes in the game. He is struggling hardcore. Question is, have they used their tome yet or not? Not sure, but mid lane.
Relocate mid. Phoenix comes in. I should say QO now to relocate. That's all they need. The little balls coming off of Febby just did a lot of work there and helping them clear them out.
Yeah, Monkey King is quite strong here. If he has 1 stun in addition to his own, he's going to get a lot of kills at this stage of the game. And that's what I'm talking about. Once Dubu is able to hit 6, he'll be able to obviously set that up for him. Bulba's vendetted towards the top. He needs help, though. They do have, I believe, Black Hole. Yeah, he's full mana right now in MSS. Use that Midas.
They could.
Use it.
They
there
could
you go.
get
Now
it.
you can fight.
They could get it. No.
Oh
Kyo
my
realizes
God,
Bulba missed it. He missed it.
That was pure luck, dude. They had no vision.
No, he missed it. He missed it.
Oh my God, QO. That was...
QO knew.
I was talking about this yesterday with Brax, but that's one of those instances where you know that guy has good karma. He's been a good person in his life.
Yeah.
If it was me, apparently I've been a terrible person, but I've definitely gotten stunned. I was like a tyrant in my past life or something like that.
Dragon Form from MP down bottom. Q as well with the rotation, but now the Chain Frost comes out, but they split up very elegantly. He's going to be trying to mitigate a lot of this damage. Still the static wins by Mason. Not going to be good enough to try and find this kill. Collects a lot. Now the Dream Coil onto 2. Abed with the double kill. Doesn't even need too much from it. Still trading out these kills quite evenly. Now we're going to see the Wukong's command going to be used. Black Hole! Connects on the 2 of them. It's wonderful. It's magical. It's beautiful right now for it. is in a world of hurt for the time being, but they forced to back off now. DC are in trouble. Double kill with the boundless strike. Jesus Lord Almighty, QO. These people have families, man. Oh, God.
Dude.
That's the kind of stuff that you dream about.
As broken as Monkey King was early on, like, you can't say that is not fun to watch. Bouncing on trees, lovely. Getting vision, double kill with one skill, so much burst damage. That was nice. That was super nice.
God, it just makes you appreciate the finer things in life, like staying alive, you know?
And eating Panda Express, which my girlfriend has now left to pick up, by the way. Thank God.
Gosh almighty, I wish I was
I'll take a picture and tweet it to you, bro.
Send me to Arizona, please. No, don't do that, because I'm actually very hungry and there's no fast food places near me.
You'll survive. You're in the UK.
No,
you guys are used to struggling.
It's for... That's Ireland.
All right, whatever. I just pretend to know what I'm talking about.
Problems. The hunger problems were also our fault. We were shipping food away from Ireland, but we don't talk about that.
Oh, really?
That's
good to know. Today I learned.
To say that. I'm half
UK
Irish.
are piles of garbage, huh?
Yeah, we are. I mean, we just take over countries and we just literally shit all over them.
That sounds
we
like
don't let them
US,
get
actually.
anything. Yeah.
Oh, the coil.
Dream coil cancelled. Dubu. Oh, Bulba's there. Oh, boy. Nice little kill there for Abed. I mean, he is loving life right now. Look at this guy. 8 kills, 1 death.
Uh-oh.
Almost 100 last hits. Bot lane, bot lane. I'm watching.
They relocated, guys. Oh, God.
Oh, boy. No, that didn't work out like they were hoping, really, did it?
Nope. It did not. I'm going to continue to keep an eye on MP right now. Obviously not off to a terrific start. Pretty much middle of the charts right now as far as net worth is concerned. Going towards a hood, that's when you'll see him perhaps pick up either the Blink or Shadow Blade. And it's always interesting for me to see what each player feels like they want to go for. It's obviously very... it's kind of dependent on person to person, I feel like, as far as mobility is concerned. Of course, he could just end up going like Armlet or something crazy, but we'll see.
Yeah. You never know. There's a lot of options for them, but Blink Dagger's picked up here by Abed. You know, the skills definitely helped him out there. And, oh boy, smoke attempt straight off the back. Io. Oh, yeah, that's a kill. That's a kill right there. And,
yep, that's another example of the Spike Carapace being amazing when there's AoE spells that he can just proc off of it. His Io's testicles were out, so that was a good opportunity for him to do that. Mason's in a lot of trouble, though.
Might be in the lower area right now. He's going to get stunned up with that boundless strike, and already the one cannot save you there when 3 men start just banging you out in the jungle.
Wow, that's graphic. Just
no,
graphic
banging you out means a different thing. You're thinking of the sexual meaning.
Oh, okay. What does yours mean?
In the UK, it just means to really just batter someone, you know?
I mean, that also means something. I'm pretty sure that's something else you can use as well, but
it's not as bad as a friend of mine when we were doing we did practice casts in Overwatch, right? And he would use the term running a train on someone.
What?
Yeah, which I'm not gonna like. Listen, if you want to know what it means, search it up onto the Uber dictionary. Because I'm not saying it here, but he was using it, and he's used it in cast before, and I was like, how did you not know it meant that? Because I had to tell him, you know, it's bad. It's a rough statement.
I think you need to stay in the U.S. a little bit longer.
Yeah?
Learn the lingo, all the very offensive things that we say constantly, and also we're very offended by everything as well. That's another thing to keep in mind. That's very American culture, right? Oh,
yeah, I know. I spent time in a college town while I was there. Are we having a fight? Are you sure? Because they just got roasted.
No, it's happening. It's happening. Watch.
It's realistically, look at this. The charge comes out onto Moomiander. He might be in trouble. Into the back lines. Mason wants to try and turn it out and never strike onto him. Dubudo in trouble now as well. The Train Force sent out Wukong's command. Looking for the damage, looking for the justice. Are they going to be able to find it? Still Black Hole available with the Blink Dagger, but he doesn't want to utilize it just yet. The positioning of Immortals is pretty standard so far. Dubu moves into the back lines, but he will eventually go down. While this is all going on, DC did manage to use the shrine, so they're all healed up and they're ready to go. They're ready to go for round 2. Boba gets off the stun. The Boundless Strike will not connect onto any targets like they were looking for. MP in trouble. Now here comes the Dream Coil into the back lines for it. And Phoenix, or I should say QO, is going to be in a world of hurt, having to back out of here. MP falls. They do not find any more kills like they were looking for. Bulba is on the hunt, but they do manage to escape with their lives for the time being.
Immortals are really tanky. It just goes to show how tanky they are, considering how long that fight went. DK was in a horrible position, and It took them that long, like a 1v4. They're just like walking him back to his base very slowly, just tickling him. But he ends up going down, so DC comes out on top of that fight, obviously. But I feel like with maybe a couple more items, DK with that initiation item, I think that's going to make a huge, huge, huge difference for Immortals. Gives them opportunity to have, you know, not only counter initiation, but initiation on top of what Spirit Breaker can add. And we haven't really seen any, like, we've seen a little bit of the IO relocate as far as like getting kills with the Monkey King, or haven't really seen it with Bristleback that much other than the laning stage. But
no, we haven't. Yeah.
Looking forward to the relocates being used a little bit more aggressively, but and they do have the Aegis. Keep that in mind, so they can still go kind of ham if they want.
Almost forgot about that one, but nope. It shows it rears its ugly head, you know, so to speak. But right now we see a bit of a rotation. Dubu might be in a world of hurt here, and we see a bit of accountability. Moves into the back. He's gone. He's out now. QO again. Dive far too deep. The Aegis is going to be gone. We see the relocate now. If they want to try and fight this, but need to be careful. Black hole still available. They commit it just for QO. They do not want this man going absolutely anywhere. But he wands up. He's going to be healed, but not for much longer. The relocate. Oh, that's fantastic. Takes him out of the fight. Saves his life. Bevy, what a god. Bulma now in a world of hurt, ram down the top space to finish him up. MP though, he is the next man on the menu, and he will meet his maker. Brought down for a force to TP away, nothing to cancel it. What a relocate save though onto Kyo.
Yeah, that was one of the most this is kind of sarcasm. That was a god awful initiation. That was just horrendous. Spirit Breaker comes in, dies immediately. Monkey King comes in, completely feeds away his Aegis, just a horrible position. His ult wasn't even up yet. Then gets black holed right out of the Aegis, had no opportunity to really do much. But then Io, like you said, relocates him like a god, and that salvages the fight for Immortals. Ends up being a 2 for 2. I believe Spirit Breaker did die in that fight, right? Instead of the first to drop, I'm pretty sure. Like screwed, followed by the DK. But yeah, it just goes to show that there's a lot of damage that can be done. The team fight is pretty ridiculous for DC. Chain Frost, in addition to the Puck Coil and all this other shit's just ridiculous.
Still breathing in, you know, just breathing in the sweet plays that I've just witnessed.
Purge just he just messaged me saying, "Hey, I'm running to Panda Express real quick, so hopefully I'll be back in time for the next cast." Is he listening to this? Did I make you crave Panda as well? Jesus Christ. Dude, how is this cast not sponsored by Panda Express? Come on, man.
I really don't know. We need to get in touch with them. You guys are pretty good. I mean, Suns fan, you got some connections. You can do it.
Not with Panda. That's a little too big for me. It's a little too mainstream.
Too big, is it?
Yeah. I mean, the perfect sponsorship would be like a food sponsor, like a Panda, and then you top it off with like a Pepto-Bismol sponsor, because you're gonna need it afterwards, right? So, yeah. Don't know if Panda cares about that.
So this current situation that we're watching, this current game, is we got QO here farming up to his next item, going for that BKB, and he's a reasonable distance off of it. Forev also going to be searching now for, I guess, looking for the cloak, is it now, or the pipe of insight? No, he actually makes a switch. Going to be going for the BKB instead. Just did it as I was selected onto him.
Who is this?
So, Forev on the Bristleback.
Bristleback. Okay, so oh, I didn't even realize he went mech. Oh God. All right. I guess that's not. I like pretty good with an IO on your team, because you actually will have the mana to cast it. Because this used to be a very common pickup on Bristleback and a lot of other tanky heroes before the big nerf to the mana cost. But with an IO, you can still get away with it. So actually, that's pretty cool. So he's gonna have that with Solar Crest, and yeah, you're right. BKB. He's just going like complete tank. I would not mind a Radiance, my friend. I would love to see Radiance.
You'd love it?
Oh yes. It kind of sucks against like the Nyx Assassin because of the whole Spike Carapace thing. But other than that, I think it's pretty good.
Coming in for DC. Smoke gets popped off. You know, Moonmander might be a little bit too far forward here, but they do know QO is there, and they do not want to be going for this kill. In fact, they're going to be backing off. I believe they know Forev's there. Yeah, he's going to show himself for the time being. They need to be careful because the black hole is back up. In fact, MSS, he's currently sitting quite happily with it. He's looking for an opportunity to use it.
He has a blink dagger. Did you mention that? I can't remember, but MSS
I did.
With the blink black hole. We haven't seen the blink come into play yet, I don't think.
No, we haven't. It's been getting cancelled pretty all on. There was that big clusterfuck of a fight that was kicking off in their jungle, but he got stunned up by Dubu pretty early on.
He's going to be going BKB, and that means they can't really stop his ult without a Nether Strike. That is, I believe, the one ability I don't think Boundless goes through. It's physical, but I don't think the stun is magical. Or I think the stun is magical. Could be wrong on that one, but I'm pretty sure I'm right.
No, I'm not going to disagree with you because I think they might have just found a kill here onto Abed. Phase shift away, dodges the stun. Can he get out? Big the pull down. Not quite. He's going to go down, but now Forev is in trouble. Boba stuns him up, brings him down. Still the midnight post going to be laid down. This should be enough damage to bring him down. Can't get the mech off. Just gets it off. Beautiful mech timing. Dubu going to get the charge off as well. So stuns him up for the time being and backs him off, saving his teammate's life. Oh, boy.
Abed does not have buyback. Obviously, Immortals does not know this, but if they did, I guarantee they get a little bit more aggressive here, but they might have to... Yeah, they're just going to back up now, I think. A lot of their abilities were used. Black Hole's still there, so definitely have to be careful.
What a mech to save 4 of there. That
was that a double mech? I think Io was on top of him, right? So ends up healing for a lot more than usual.
Yeah.
So
that big chunk of burst damage, or burst healing, I should say, helped him out.
So MP is going for a Silver Edge, by the way. Or, well, Shadowblade first, obviously. He also has on DK. So Blink will be next after that. He's going to go for both. See if he changes his mind or not. But
what's the full process behind this? Because he's gone for the Silver Edge. Is this... Obviously, you can disable the passive. What passive is he looking to disable here?
Oh, you're going to hold that horse. Hold that horse!
I'm holding the horse. Forev is falling. Don't worry, Sunsman. We got it. Forev the real kill. Oh, not quite. Febby goes for it. It was dangerously close to getting there, but not quite. Boundless Strike connects onto 2. Febby...
What a reload kill. Spirit Breaker coiled up now and brought down to the Waning Rift. So yeah, this DC is just picking them off one at a time. And they should be able to take a tier 2 after this. The Silver Edge, I mean, it disables unstable current, I guess, but that's not really... I think it's more for the damage mitigation than anything else.
Right. Yeah.
What is it, 40%, I believe, for like 5 seconds or whatever the heck.
It's pretty big. In fact, Silver Edge as an item is really fantastic. If you think about the amount of stats it offers. But Bulba, he's found MP. Goes for the stun, mana break onto him. Do they have anything to follow it up? MSS does not want to commit the black hole for that one this late into the game.
What the hell?
He's going to let him just get away scot-free.
He's in Viz now, though. Shadowblade is up and running. Boba on the run.
They're rotating for kills, though. Here's the thing as well. Boundless Strike is going to find itself onto Bulba in a bit of trouble now. We see the BKB is going to be used. QO using his to try and find his way into this fight. Finds the 1 kill. MP as well in the back lines. Mumiander is down. Still, the blink is there by Abed. He's going to get out away once again. Managed to get the 2 kills down to the support hero, so not all is lost. But was it worth trading that BKB charge? I mean, that was a 10-second BKB.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe you have to use it there, but who knows? I mean, it's easy to have 20/20 hindsight, right? In these situations, especially when you don't have the exact same vision and all that good stuff. But MP right now, is he actually going to finish the Silver Edge? A lot of times you won't see them actually finish it right away, but because it has been increased in price a decent amount. Not sure if he really cares about that, but they're going to go to town on this tier 2 tower, and I think DC wants to defend this. Blink Black Hole is still up.
Rotations are there. I mean, Abed, he moves into the back, but now we see the static ring going to be committed. 4F stunned up as well. They have enough to bring him down. Meanwhile, the front lines are being taken care of here. MP is there, getting off so much damage, but now the Chain Frost comes out. Going to be connecting onto a few of them in a bit of a troubling scenario for the time being. Black Hole committed will only connect onto MP. That's the only player they find. But really, realistically, it is enough. Now the BKB is also going to be used by MSS towards the tail end of that fight. They want to be trying to focus down 4F here. He's currently hiding, rotating around in the trees with the quill sprays. Is he going to be able to get it? Bulba using that ultimate ability, still not going to quite find it. He does get the stun off in the end. 4F just trying to dodge, and Duke rotating around the tree lines, but the amount of damage they're slamming into them here, he should be falling here. The Midnight Pulse will do the job and do it justice indeed, and that's going to be a whole load of kills going their way. Take a look at that fight recap. A lot of damage being pumped out there by Mason. Big old Mason.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good Razor game because you're playing against 3 cores that are melee, right? That's always a good thing. Yeah. Monkey King obviously has a little bit more of mobility to get away from the Razor potentially, but not if you hit him first, obviously. But either way, it is a good Razor game, so the longer the fight goes, kind of the better it is for him. The fight is super split up, which I think for the most part is good for Immortals because you obviously don't want to group up for the Black Hole Chain Frost combination, but at the same time, DK just doesn't do any damage right now.
Oh,
there's nothing.
I mean, Immortals, they're getting a bit antsy. The Roshan attempt was halfway done. They don't want to finish it. They don't want to commit to it. The mere presence of Immortals has stopped them in their tracks for the time being. Oh boy. Double damage rune has spawned.
Mason?
Who's getting it?
There
Mason.
you go. He needed to bottle it. Oh, he is actually going Aghanim Scepter on Razor. That is awesome. That is so cool. It? Absolutely. I mean, this means he pretty much has to go, at least I feel. Maybe I'm wrong. But typically when you see Ags, you see a refresher at some point in the game. Because that is... When you double ult, that is... Oh, it is filthy how disgustingly effective that is. Because you actually have an ability to go high ground, right? Because right now they don't have great siege. Like Enigma is the best you have, and that's not great. Because your mid is your puck. He's not hitting towers. Right, so how do you go high ground with this lineup? So with Ags, it allows you to do that. So very, very, very smart pickup for me.
Tasty.
Tasty.
Little situational pickup. Tasty. What's that from?
I don't know.
Orange is the New Black.
That show's so bad.
You don't like it?
The first season was good. Then I started watching the second season and wanted to kill myself. So, so I stopped watching. I think it's on like season 4 now or something.
Yeah, I stopped watching the most recent season because it got a little bit out of hand. You know, the prison riot. People were murdering each other. I didn't know what was going on.
That sounds better than what I was watching. I was watching like some soap opera, essentially.
I mean, that's what it is. You know, it explores the lives of women in prison.
Yeah, I mean, the first season was good though. First season was definitely good.
Duo is quite deep, but I should say, I mean, Abed is the one who's very deep. He's cutting the waves up. Be able to get it. Has his boots of travel as well as a blink dagger. He's happily just able to get out of there. And now the Roshan is going to be attempted again. So they are going to be going for round 2 here.
Well, here's the trick, man. Mason has his Ags now, right? And he has a double damage, but the other team cannot see because he's already fucking blue.
I mean, I can clearly see there's a double damage rune.
Shut up, Bren. You can't see it.
It's very clearly
There's a fight, Bren. Cast him.
The fight is kicking up. We see the cheese is down on the deck. Kyo jumps in. The BKB is going to use them as well. And it's a black hole onto the 2 of them. It's wonderful. It's big. It's massive already. Albert picks up the double kill. We're going to see that BKB finally starting to fade off. Now forward wants to pop of his own. Will he find the kill onto Mason? He will indeed. Pops off that Aegis. It's going to be going down right now. Immortals currently with the foothold in this fight. But Mason is back. He's alive. He wants this fight and he wants to take it right now. Febby moves back in with the tether. Will he be able to find as many kills as he's looking for? Not quite. DC forced to evacuate. And they are going to be getting out of there.
Yep.
Oh, no.
And Abed takes that IO.
Yeah, that was...
So what is that, a 3 for 2, I want to say? I don't know. These fights are so scrappy. It's interesting that every fight ends up being like completely isolated, right? There's 2 fights going on.
Yeah, 3 for 3.
3 for 3.
That's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it looks like DC came out on top of that fight, just slightly, not a whole lot, but was the Aegis used? Did Razor pick it up? Or was it...
The Aegis was used, yes.
Okay,
so Mason had it. He ended up falling with it.
So Puck, Abed still has cheese to work with, so he'll be happy with that. Might even hand that off to a Razor, honestly. Just drop the wand instead. He'll probably be better off with it. But it's kind of an interesting combination of heroes we have because DC has great team fight and they can take out their support super, super fast. But then Immortals have like these fat, disgusting tanks that they don't necessarily deal that much damage, but they're just super hard to kill, right? Even Monkey King. Like, Monkey King might not seem like he's super tanky, but when he ults, what does he get? 20 bonus armor. Nothing to scoff at for sure. So if somebody gets a goddamn radiance on Immortals, I think they're going to be looking real good. But they are down right now.
We'll see. I mean, would you still say Forever's the man for the job here? Picking up that Radiance.
I mean, he's going Lotus Sword, but yeah, I think so.
There might be a fight kicking off. Bulba gets off the stun. Blinking all over the place here. We see Abed drops down the coil. Will connect onto 3 of them. He's going to be able to phase shift his way out of there, and he is going to remain alive for the time being. 10 seconds away from getting this black hole back up here now. And I believe I've turned into a robot.
You're okay.
Okay, it's a little bit delayed, but meanwhile... There is a kill, yeah. No, it is lagging quite badly. Don't you worry about me, though. Kyo finds that one, and we're going to see if they can turn this one around. Off the back of that one kill, we see Borov's just going to start snotting all over these fools, trying to basically slow them down, get a bit of those stacks going for himself, bit of a warpath.
Yeah,
now,
interesting...
Is this assaultable?
What? Probably not. I don't know. I mean, they're very tanky. DK, he does have ult available, but he's so close to the Silver Edge, maybe he just finishes that, I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I was saying anymore. You interrupted me very rudely.
Oh, don't worry about it. It probably wasn't important. It's
I
fine.
know. That's probably true, actually.
It's
Yep,
all
Cheese
good.
is now on Mason, so he's very... oh, I remember what I was going to say. So because of unstable current, you don't really want to cast your viscous nasal goo onto him, but we've seen some bristlebacks, mostly Moo from Complexity, at least in the past, get an Aghanim Scepter, and that'll allow him to use it without getting unstable currented. Not sure how big of a factor that actually is, but I just thought that was an interesting thing to bring up. But he's not going that route whatsoever. He's going for a Lotus Orb.
I'm glad you did bring it up because I've learned something new. So there you go.
Great. I can teach you lots of things other than Panda Express, friend.
Yeah. What else can you buy from Panda Express?
Well, that's actually, I don't know, because that's literally the only meal I ever get. I've never
seems
tried
very
anything
boring.
else, but it's so
Are you
good I
serious?
can't help it. I mean, I've
Really?
not as an official meal, no. But I've had like a little bit as like, they give you free samples sometimes.
Yeah.
That's actually something to take advantage of. So when you walk into Panda Express, they'll ask you if you want to get a sample of something to see if you like it. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they have other stuff. They have like broccoli and beef, and there's like honey walnut shrimp and egg rolls, stuff like that. But the orange chicken Beijing beef combo is pretty much the standard.
Oh, DD. Mason's got it. Mason wants it. He's got the bowl. Oh boy.
But no, I was having this conversation with Brax the other day about how double damages don't really come up on a lot of heroes very well.
I was watching that. Yes.
Okay, Razors is a little more obvious. I'll agree with that. But there are some heroes that you literally just cannot tell that they have double damage. So the idea
same
is...
with the...
Huh?
Sorry, I'm going to keep interrupting you.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I've got no good reason.
That's a very Brit
to
thing
it.
to do. It's fine.
It's the... I remember. I'm going to finish your point for you. It was the symbol, right? Above their heads.
Exactly.
That's what you wanted. I was watching. Don't you worry. I think it's a good idea. Get a little double damage rune just above there, just shining brightly.
It's
but no,
needed. But the problem is Reddit hasn't really caught on to this yet, so they don't care right now. But
here you have it.
One day
ladies
there's
and
going to be a
gentlemen.
big tournament where somebody not seeing the double damage on somebody will be like a big deal, and as a result they will lose. And then that will be implemented. And then people will say, Suns fan, you were right. Just kidding. They won't say that because they won't remember this conversation.
Who has picked up the helmet of Donald on DC? Oh, it's
Lich,
Mason.
I think. Oh, wait, what? Who?
Mason has.
Oh, Mason had it? Okay.
Yeah, they dominated that siege creep up.
What does this give you now? I don't even remember anymore. Other than the creep.
It used to
that
be
is.
phenomenal.
2 all
when they
attributes, 10
reworked
attack
it.
speed. Yeah, it was way too OP before. What creep
Now it's just
is he?
pretty average.
Is he getting the? What creep is he
He's got
holding?
the siege creep.
Oh, a siege
got the
creep.
siege
Okay.
creep.
You could go for the double armor, which I proved Brax wrong on that as well, because I'm just amazing at this game. Uh-oh. QO's in some trouble.
Team Vice kicking off. QO wants to pop off that Wukong's command. The Boundless Strike comes down. Mason.
Oh
My goodness, he is gone. See you later, Sunshine. MSS ends up using the BKB and just has to blink the heck out of there. He doesn't stand a chance. Meanwhile, the back line is being absolutely assaulted, but the relocate was there. Maybe moving them forward for the time being. The balls of light will knock themselves into Bulba's face, but...
Look at how much
gonna be
damage
finding his
Monkey King has
location.
right now. 146 plus 288. He had 160 damage stolen during that fight, and he was still crapping on Mason. Mason, like, I can't even blame him, because typically you have that long of a static link. The other hero's not going to do any damage to you, right? But
yeah.
With any kind of stun on top of the Monkey King ult, you're just going to get destroyed. Doesn't matter who you are, for the most part. Not sure where MSS was if he had an opportunity to actually blink Black Hole, but the Razor died surprisingly fast.
Well, oh well, oh well. Still down for 15 seconds. Gonna be getting up fairly shortly, and I mean, this fight, this game is actually very even between these two sides. And even though DC are currently sitting with the net worth advantage, all is not lost, I'd say. It's actually looking very much doable for them in this current situation. I mean, Immortals are close to getting a few items online. They're going to make it very difficult. The Silver Edge has finally been bought for MP here, which is going to help, I guess, against the Razor passive to a degree. But like you mentioned, they're mainly probably getting it for the damage output, the damage reduction, right? They're going to be...
Yeah, just imagine
focusing
Razor
on a single
steals like
player.
200 damage, and then you just mitigate that by... What is it? Is it 50%? Yeah, 50% for 5 seconds.
Kind of crazy.
He also has a gem, by the way, so probably a good choice to have him or Bristol hold that. We'll be able to find the Nyx Assassin and get some pretty easy initiations off.
Here's a question for you. Why not just get a Heaven's Halberd if you're worried about a razor damage?
Yeah, I think Heaven's Halberd is great. Obviously, the unstable current will proc, but I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Is Dubu sacrificing his life?
Oh, a little bit of a fight just kicking off here in the Roshan pit. We see the Wukong command come out. QO looking for the damage. Dubu falling extremely low. Is going to get stunned up now as well. They get that initial kill onto Mason, and they might be looking for a few more black hole. It's big, it's massive, onto 3 members right now of Immortals, but now they've got the BKBs, and they are tanky, and they are looking for more. They're trying to run down the members of DC. They are going to be finding 1 kill. Can they get the follow-up now? Moving backwards a little bit with the orb. Was he back with the rest of his team? He's juked them. Ooh, even juked me. He's back in the fight. I mean, MP is not going to be able to spawn him, not going to be able to catch up with him. It's very difficult to bring him down when he's got that Lincoln's armor as well, but off the back of those kills, that means now Immortals, they have an opportunity. They've rotated down to the top lane. And they're going to be trying to bring down this tier 2, which they will get eventually.
Yeah, we have an IO relocate to try to stop this Puck being a pesky piece of garbage. He has a Dagon 1, by the way. Is he level 25? Yeah, so he goes for the 420 gold per minute as well. But this is Immortals is just so tanky. You saw the great black hole. They just had no follow-up damage. I think a lot of that has to do with Lich already using his ult. Like, if Lich holds his ult for that, which obviously it's not, you know, you can't really plan for that all the time, but if you did, that would have made a world of difference for sure.
Top lane, Never Strike, it connects onto Moon Meander, brings him down to Shrine. It will heal him for the time being, but eventually he is going to fall. And now, that top tier 3 is going to slowly but surely get brought down. Bob with a great stun is going to actually do enough damage there to bring down Febby of all people, and they're still moving in for the time being. Now Mason going to get kited up. The Silver Edge was used on him, but unfortunately not enough to try and bring him down for the time being. Mason now eating the cheese, is going to heal himself way back up. MP is in trouble before him, still causing all sorts of damage. That Dagon, a world of hurt for them, and now Immortals, they have to back the heck out of there. Gem is also going to be picked up here by DC as they get the follow-up kills into the backlines. Kyo gets a nice little 2-man boundless strike.
You better be careful. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Black hole committed. QO forced down.
Oh, he's going for it.
The Wukong's command. It's his last-ditch effort. He's going to try and go for it. Wins one fight.
My god.
Wins 2. He needs to hit them, but it's going to be the ultra kill coming out for Ahmed. He puts an end to him with the end of that day.
All right, I'm going to say this right now. If he had Boundless Strike, if he hadn't used it to try to save his teammate, he actually would have killed all 3. That was so close. That was pretty sick.
I agree.
But all in all, Immortals probably stayed a little bit too long. A lot of the abilities already used. I mean, they know Black Hole was still up, so was it still up, or was it coming off of
Not when they were assaulting that tier. Not when they were assaulting the top tower, no. But when they were at the Roshan pit, that's when they got caught off guard by it. That's when they should have known, right?
That's right, yeah. Yeah, and Abed, I mean, he's going to get super scary now. Is this a 5? Yeah, this is a level 5 Dagon with that gold per minute talent. He's going to be going for a Bloodthorn now. What the hell do you replace? I guess Veil? I guess you replace Veil?
Yeah. That talent, the Puck's 25 talents are just kind of mental, aren't they, if you really look at them?
Yep. I remember having an argument with... we're going to have to take this for a second. Oh my god. So you can't do that if you drop your Veil, though. But then again, Bloodthorn is pretty disgusting. So
replace that bad boy with an E-Blade.
But when this talent first came out, it was 300 gold per minute. And I was doing patch notes with Bulba, and I'm like, there's no way people are going to get the gold per minute. Because the orb is way too good. Because you have to understand, I came from Han as well. And their orb just by default is faster. And the hero is way better in Han, I think. And I was right. Nobody got that shit. And then they upgraded to 420, and now it's just like, all right, that's just ridiculous. Gotta do that
Roshan's coming out, but Q, he uses his own BKB once again. The Wukong command comes out. They're just going to zone him out of the circle for the time being. Still for it. Desperately hunting for MSS into the backlines. The Boundless Strike connects onto him. He had the vision for him. Still going to be trying to run him down into the backlines. He'll get him. He gets the Shrine up. Not quite. The Shrine was activated, but he doesn't get what he was looking for. Now, the turnaround. We see the buyback coming out from MSS. Has the Black Hole up again. Might I remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that are looking for these kills. Immortals are crumbling under the pressure. Mason, using that Hurricane Pipe, pushes Dubu away, does not let him get the charge into the backlines, and Bulba might be falling, not quite. The Black Hole, it finds 2. The damage is there, and they are 4 down as it stands. 3 of them without buybacks. This will be a Roshan, and most likely they're going to be rotating around to those objectives up top.
Yeah, very well done by DC. MSS had to buy back for that, obviously, but it was well worth it, no doubt about it. I mean, that's the thing about not having great cancel of black hole abilities, right? You have Nether Strike that goes through BKB. That's it. It means you can't really wait. You don't really have the luxury to wait for Enigma to use black hole all the time. So you kill him, which is great, but then he buys back and just comes back in and does it again. So that's always a big threat against Immortals right now.
Oh, now look at this Abed just hammering in on these racks for the time being. Forever's there. Clear up these waves easily enough, but he's got the entirety of DC now hammering home, and Mason going to be popping off his ulti there. He's going to be using the Eye of the Storm to really take down these buildings, and look at how fast these bad boys are falling. He doesn't even need to do anything, just stands in the vicinity, and these buildings are crumbling under the pressure. Forev trying to search for an opening, is going to get tethered upon, gets those heals into him, but again, another tier 3 gone, and now that means that the shrines are going to be open. You can start to see DC will start to rotate and try and bring those down.
DC working with a 15K net worth lead now, and a lot of that is the puck. I mean, if you look at the net worth, yeah, Abed's kind of ahead on that in that regard.
Yeah, you sure?
How much does he need for buybacks? He only has 400 extra gold right now. Look how fast this goes, though. Look at this.
It's crazy.
It's so stupid. It's like having the gold cheat when you have cheats on in like a private lobby. That's what it feels like right now.
Yeah.
And he's just going to continue to scale. I don't know what else you upgrade, though. You go for this Bloodthorn. He's actually not saving for buyback, so just going to pick that up. That's a little risky. But
no, mid lane, though, there's been a bit of an attempt here. MP, the black hole is used on just him to bring him down. They know they don't actually have anything available to them, and immediately DC, they start drawing onto the map. They want to be assaulting this top racks, seeing where they can rotate from there, but 70 seconds of no Dragon Knight now. That is an opening. They're going to bring down this shrine at least and then look for more.
I think with Octarine Core, you don't really have to worry about too much about just doing a solo black hole at this stage of the game. If it's a core hero, it's in all likelihood worth it. Don't know if you want to fight without black hole, but
well, when you get that the cooldown reduction talent as well, it's honestly not that bad. 100 seconds.
Plus he's working on refresher as well. Yeah, and once he has that, then I don't know what they can do.
Well, they are rotating all over the place. Lotus Orb is placed up onto Forev. He's just trying to desperately defend this one out, but it's a difficult one. It's a toughie. This Rax is falling at such a rapid rate. Bound to Strike does about 1,000 damage to Mason. Force him down, but out of Dream Coil is going to get used pretty early on, just trying to basically connect onto them, but doesn't actually find anyone here. Now they're running into the back lines. We already see QO get absolutely obliterated. Has the buyback, though. Not opting to use it just yet. Finally will now use it in the Brave. It's Forevs getting healed up by the Tether. Now the charge coming in from Duo is going to connect onto multiple targets as he leaps into the backlines. Forev desperately trying to bring down one player. Will get Mumayanda, but Arbor with the double kill. Going to bring down Dubu once again. Now they can look to re-go. Look at this re-siege. Already moving in. MP has finally respawned. He's immediately silenced up by the Bloodthorn. He's going to use that Silver Edge, though, to just get out alive. Not going to be able to get onto him for the time being, and now Forev once again TP's back in.
It feels like Abed is just playing with his food right now. And they just can't do anything against him. He is so farmed, has so much evasibility, and somebody like having this much farm on a hero like Puck just means it becomes even harder to kill him when it's already a hard hero to begin with, especially if you're playing with a player of this ridiculous magnitude. Like his mechanical skill is one of the best in the world, obviously, but he's actually going for an E-Blade now. So what do you drop then? Boots?
I mean, at
I
that
hope we
point,
find out what it is.
Possibly. It's a tough one. I mean, I had a feeling he was going to be going for the E-Blade, but he has dropped. He's sold his Veil now, straight up. I mean, what? Boots realistically seems like the only thing you can put into the backpack. But even then, you're lacking a lot of your mobility because you don't have, remember, that illusionary orb talent. So it's not like you're able to zip and zoom your way out of there.
I mean, he doesn't need boots. He just so I think for the most part at this stage of the game, he needs boots to TP.
Yeah.
Which means being in the backpack is good enough. Like getting that extra move speed. Like most of your move speed isn't really you walking, right? It's you illusory orbing or blinking with the help of phase shift. I mean, that's kind of the point of the hero in some respects. So I'd be surprised if it's not that. I like how we're theory crafting his 8th item of the game now.
Yeah, it's getting close to it. DC, really just trying to assault this one out. They're trying to bring down this melee Rax, but they are having a bit of a sticky scenario for the time being. It is troubling for them to try and break it down. But even more troubling for Immortals. They're just locked in their own base. They can't afford to realistically go out. I mean, Forev he's farmed. He's going to be going for that Radiant's next item. In fact, what has he bought? What is he getting delivered? He had a lot of gold, and now it's just disappeared.
It's too late for the Radiance, Forev. That was for 30 minutes ago. I think it is too late for that. I don't see how that's going to make much of a difference at this stage of the game. But I don't want to harp on MP too much. Maybe it's just the pick, but DK, when he's behind in the early stage of the game, I feel like it's really difficult to come back because he feels like he needs these tanky items, but then you go 2 heroes with 2 just tanky items. You don't really do anything, it feels like. You're just surviving and then eventually getting picked off now that DC has all these ridiculous items to work with. So the tankiness doesn't even matter at this point, right?
No.
I feel like
the damage
more
output
a pick thing than anything.
Right. Well, it's
But
going to be a
then
smoke
again, what do
here.
I know?
Smoke by Immortals. They want to rotate. I do agree with you, though. You know, at this point in the game, it's hard to have impact. You have no farm on the Dragon Knight in the slightest, but moving around. But I mean, DC, they've clocked onto this. They're not giving them any room whatsoever. Or just backing off to their own jungle. Happily just going to be farming up, just cementing their 24k gold lead, of which about half of that is currently sitting on our bed. Oh, he did. Yeah, he moved the boots.
I mean, so he has a 16k net worth lead over the next person, right? So if you take that out of the equation, which a lot of that net worth is going to end up being kind of like some of it was sold, I guess, and now he's just holding on to Boots of Trow, so that's like 2,200. That's maybe it's not useless, but it doesn't have the same impact as a normal item.
They move in. They want to go straight into them, but the Dream Coil, it's dropped off. QO, he pops up his BKB, wants to try and bring down MSS desperately, but it's the 3-man black hole. He turns it around for his team. 3 of them down. No buyback, and GG is going to get called. Immortals, they lose game number 2. And they're going to be taking this series all the way in this best of 3, all the way down to the 3rd game. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I really hope Purchase is not here now. You have to cast another one.
Well, CCNC also wanted to cast.
That's true.
I'm not sure if Purge is back. Let's see. We'll see. But anyway, to wrap up that game, yeah, it was, I don't know. I'm not saying I'm the expert or anything, even though I'm playing the expert on T.